I have 4 simple rules, which are guides, which lead me to live a beautiful life. We, as humans, you and I, we rest our bodies every day, of course. But too few of us, I think, rest our minds, our souls, and our hearts. Our minds function 24/7, as long as we're awake and even when we're sleeping. But I have found that it usually does a pretty good job. But what I've also found is that when I meditate to slow my mind just a little, my life improves. So the way I rest my mind every day is by meditation. And it is not complicated. It is not difficult, not the way I practice it. First, may I say, there is a difference for me between contemplation and meditation. Contemplation means to think of a problem, and if I do this and that and this, okay, and then maybe. For me, that's contemplation. Meditation is an attempt to clear my mind of all conscious thought, to allow my emotions to settle for a minute or 5, longer if you want. And when you come back, see, this is the way. It's clear. There's no confusion. I know the way now. It doesn't give you the strength necessarily to do the right thing, okay, but at least you see it. And you can choose to not do it. Maybe it's too hard in that moment. But you can also choose to not do the other things, the other alternatives that might seem attractive and easier and not quite right, but you can choose to not do them because you know the right thing. So, the way that I practice meditation is based on 3 breaths. All my life I tried meditation and it just didn't work. The candles, the incense, the music. It was okay, but nothing magical happened. Well, one day about 10, 15 years ago, I said, Jimmy, can you take 3 deep breaths? Okay. Three times, and it was okay, nothing. And then later on in the day, I said, you can do 3 more, and I did 3 more, and later on, 3 more. And the next day, I found I had more time, and I took 3 breaths, as often as I remembered to take them. Just and within 7 to 10 days of this practice, off and on is when I wanted, I noticed myself becoming clearer and more peaceful. And I said, why? Can't be because of these 15 seconds of tranquility, these little islands you're creating. No, it must be. And then I realized, of course, that's what it is. You're practicing peace and clarity in your way, and these small islands are becoming connected, and your life is becoming more beautiful, more peaceful. So, I base it on 3 breaths. If you want to take more, wonderful. But if there's something, here's a way that I would encourage you to perhaps begin to practice this form of meditation if it is attractive to you. When you wake up in the morning, before your mind begins its work of, oh, you have to do this, oh, you forgot that, oh, no. Before that begins, say, I'm awake. I'm going to take 3 breaths now. People who have tried this have said to me, Jimmy, it's magic. My day begins so much clearer and more peaceful with only 3 breaths. Want to take more? Up to you. If you don't do it when you first wake up, that's okay. Brushing your teeth in the anything. As early as you can. 3 breaths. More if you want. Wonderful. And from the time you leave your bed until the time you return, when you're living among the rest of us 7.8 billion other people, all with their own agenda and attitudes and feelings, many beautiful and some not, okay. And something bothers you, fear, anger, resentment, jealousy, greed. Recognize this is not a healthy thing for me to be feeling. But I have an option now. I can take 3 breaths, and it will at least be a little bit less. So all it requires is being conscious of things which come to you. I encourage you to perform an inventory of things which currently come to you with some regularity and they're not good for you. Worry, fear, anxiety, anger, resentment, any of them. And say, okay, I know they're not good for me. They never served me well. And I will take one at a time. And when it comes, I already know it's not good for me. And I now have an option. I can 3 times, and it will at least be less. More than 3, perfect, wonderful. I encourage you to be aware. This is not healthy for me. It's not good for me. And I have an option. Now, this does not mean you must exercise the option. You can say, okay, I have an option, but I don't want to do it now. I want to think of this thing. That's an option. It's no right or wrong. It's your life, your choice. But if you are conscious every time, I have an option, with time, you will begin to exercise the option. And it will soon become a habit. And then perhaps second nature. Your life will be more peaceful. You will love yourself more. You'll be more confident because you are doing the work. You are making yourself more beautiful, more confident. Wow. Thank you. So, and if you choose to say, well, I don't want to do it now, it's okay. Think about this horrible thing as you are in the custom of doing now, perhaps. But when you get to the end again and you say, I'm no better off again, really. Maybe now I can take 3 breaths, or not. It's your choice, but please only be conscious you have an option. No right or wrong, but you have an option. And with time and practice, it will become your habit. And you will be more beautiful, more loving, more confident because of what you are choosing to practice. Thank you so much.